that box. It ticks some of those checklists. It can be very exploitable. If you die early, the Rumble can very much fall behind, especially against such high CC and burst coming out from the side of BLG. And with the Kha'Zix put in, that even adds into that problem. So a lot of weight onto Cube's shoulders to make sure that early lane goes well, that they manage to push in but not die for the attack. Auto attack on a wave as well, as you can test for it. But that Marco slipped in.
I don't think they knew he was there. There's the double pulverize as well, and Odd is out of there. Got the trade back. It will just be that kill to Hope, though, and that's the biggest importance. Shanks coming here to cut him off as well. The sapling connected, and On has no way out of here. The sacrificial rel here, and Hope gets another one. That's 2 kills for the big
replay course. We're seeing exactly that. So, out of Fog of War, didn't end up getting spotted because there were so many summoners spotted. A Cube!
Oh, Cube! He gets this one back! Let's go! Solo Bolo for the top laner, WE.
The AD carry out from the game because of those early plays. Yagao is looking for the dive. This play needs to work out from BLG.
They do have the flash tippers. They only get Iwandi there, but it's enough to carve up the beef into some hamburgers. Yagao goes down immediately as a trade, though. It shouldn't too. This is disastrous. That's 2 for Hope and 1 for Hung. Take the arrow either, though, and Elk is just going to go down to Hope's killer instinct.
This is a really strong early game from Team WE. It is exactly what we asked from them because we know that BLG, they're so good at snowballing those leads. Bin forced the flash, might still die anyway.
So dead. Oh, Cube. One more harpoon should do it. Captain says it hits.
And BLG now have to look.
I'm looking at the picture-in-picture as we have a Rift Herald being taken out. Meanwhile, we have a fight where Shun is getting headbutted away from the dragon. He gets it finally. We'll be able to make it out alive after that.
BLG to be when you can't defend the start.
They can't. They literally can't. They are. Shun is on a ward, so it makes it easier. They'll just have to concede it, and they don't have much presence on the map. Yes, Yagao gets a side lane turret, and that is pretty good. Min comp, more particularly, that is getting ahead for WE.
Kind of a lot of isolated damage.
They realize Shanks has literally nobody up here. They had all 4 members down towards that dragon. It's Shanks. He rocket jumps, but it's not going to be it. The flash comes through. Is he going to get the outplay here? He cannot. The turret shots are easily tanked and juggled.
Into bot side, out of turrets. That's going to be a full turret taken down. They can potentially get a push onto the inner turret as well. No teleports to get towards bot side, which means that BLG can't do something like...
They're going to try to trade that for a tier 2.
Okay, so... You know what? I take that back. BLG do not trade down. They get themselves the inner turret. I thought that Herald would secure that push on the bot side. It is going to be that Dragon going over. You're absolutely right. But we are getting into some weird cross maps now. Both teams know that they'd rather stay on the isolated sides of the map. BLG didn't have teleports.
They do it. No! They're taking a solo kill! That's not fair.
One time we've had to have an isolated play with strong individual champions, and they find another one.
When you give a shutdown to Shun on the cut.
BLG can pressure this mid lane out of turret for the one time in the game it feels like you're going to be without that Kai'Sa on the map.
No way. No way they are just doing this right now. What the hell is going on?
This is disaster from Team WE. They should never be losing a mid lane outer turret, given how strong their champions are at wave clearing around this lane. Everything we've talked about this team is how many good pushing lanes they have, how they can force BLG to get choked out of the map. And suddenly, they lose topside control of that. And they cross-map too much gold over to this. And then Hope is just left alone in this mid lane, and he dies for free. This is a huge overstep from Team WE across the map.
I saw the Eclipse get completed for Shun. I was like, okay, that's
possible. WE very decisive on pulling the trigger, though.
They are doing it, Mr. Krabs. We'll see. Actually, Iwandi on the back here getting engaged on with the equalizer. That's pretty big. Shun just gets caught out completely. 3,000 on the Baron, but BLG are taking the other side of the fight. Bin is in the pit now, and Bin is starting to do some work. On's coming around. He's trying to get Shanks. He misses him. But now BLG with Elk from behind, they can't do much. And they lose their front line. The Baron goes over. You see that for both marksmen. You're already in a sad state. Well, I guess Cube's in a bit of a sad state too. He's not playing a Mumu, but he's crying.
Mr. Kha'Zix, he kind of kills you for the attempt. So Team WE, maybe a little bit mistaken about their macro on this point, and now BLG, they're playing without that equalizer against them.
They are being so decisive on the map with these TPs as well. Iwandi gets flashed on by Bin. He's in the pit by himself. The headbutt doesn't bring him out of the pit and should just go down here. Shanks trying to skirt the edge there. BLG catch out the support of WE.
Team WE, they find themselves in a very important kill. Hope
they want it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go, Hope. Solo Bolo for Team WE's ADC.
They're poking their heads in towards this bot side, and Shanks is going to get caught.
He completely gets eviscerated here. Easy does it as the threat has been detected, and Shun eviscerates him to death. Now, actually, a weird engage on the who has to turn around and run away after he uses the Hex Flash. Run, little horsey, run! Oh, he's going to try to use the crash down. He's a little bit slow now, though, as well. The sapling doesn't connect. They're going to equalize the Rip, too. This is for Iwandi. This is revenge.
But that's a rel. What? Why, folks? Why are we committing that hard to a support when the dragon's dying?
Because BLG did
Why
that
are we
to Iwandi. That's why.
Yes, assassin. Is this Kha'Zix? Edge of Night makes it really hard for Tristana to disengage from this Kha'Zix. Goes in Viz.
We
see a couple of kills on. Would have quite liked to see that.
Oh, decisiveness is key, though, and they're already at half health on the Baron. You don't have a TP from Ben. He's just looking for inhib towers. Is this the moment that Shun can find the in? Can he get into the pit? He's getting knocked around now. Equalizer comes through, and the Baron goes to WE, and that just means they're going to look for the fight. Hope is flashing forward, but he overextended. He gets sniped by Elk. Iwandi taking out two, and Ben and Elk, the mainstay carries a BLG. They don't even want the dragon. They just want the base.
The only reason they can do this is because they managed to get that first dragon in the very early game. This isn't a solo. They are currently trying to play around their individual members, though. Trying to split the map, play on multiple lanes. Yugao's in a side lane, Bin's in a side lane, but Shun's caught.
Shun's caught. That's a flash. That's everything he's used. He's completely out of it. He gets taken out by Cube here. As now Bin with the flank trying to catch out Iwandi. Maybe he's looking for a trade. The equalizer comes through. Shanks not finding an aim.
Fog of War. They don't want to walk into Team WE. They're pushing mid, here. But can the engage land from WE?
This is a little bit dicey. They look for Bin, though, on the backside. Equalizer comes out. Shun is actually caught out here as well. And look at Cube just manhandling him right there. WE, the big knockup into the Magnet Storm. Yagao goes for the engage there as well. Iwandi trying to find Elk. Bin can't get to the backline. Can he get Hope? One more auto. Bin is the saving grace right now with Elk on the other side. All the carries for BLG are still alive, and they're taking you down one by one. You cannot rise to the might that is Bilibili Gaming.
It is the straw which breaks.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no way!
I mean, it's a Jax.
We literally just said WE were coming back, and BLG smacked him in the face and say, you have no say here! As they're one Nexus tower down, Ben, he needs to try to finish it. A couple autos, he's still got 4 seconds for Hope. This is it! BLG, they've turned around a game number one. Yagao with this little auto attack finishes it off, and that's game one to Bilibili.
You cannot convince me that Bilibili Gaming do not have plot armor. How the hell do they walk away with that first game? Previous seasons, actually coming into the summer. First Fiora game of summer, but what were we just saying was important to lock in for that top lane? An undivable carry, someone that can take 1vx fights. Fiora can very much do that. Reminder, folks, Bin got a pentakill in a Worlds Finals on Fiora. Sadly didn't win that one Worlds, but that was a heck of a game. And they were spotted by second ward put down by Yagao. So they still know, and they're going for a dive on bot side now.
This is really big. Double knock up into the crash down, but it's one back as well. The first blood has already gotten to Hope. They get it back as the kill goes to Elk, so that's actually pretty big. Both ADCs on the board, but that extra 100 gold over to Hope.
So first blood goes over to Hope, as you were saying, but lost gold from the minions.
Elk just dies here. What? He just dies to the solo polo from Iwandi. Possibility for BLG to answer Hung. Hung doesn't have him budge. He does get the ward in, but he realizes too late what has happened as Shun gets the kill. Now TP coming in as well, and that's Yagao joining. Iwandi, he's trying to Spider-Man out of there, but the rope has snapped, and Shun has gotten a double kill.
I mean, welcome
to this game too, though, because we ain't stopping the fighting. Although BLG will be a little bit late to the Dragon, this will go over to WE. The fighting ensues. Tibbers goes down. Shanks gets one as well. On top of it all, Yagao is getting in there with that distortion, but can't get the golden. You also have On here too, and Hope, he's getting burned. Featherstorm comes through, flashing out of that crash down. The Blade Collar is so big. But look at Yagao. They get On, but Yagao gets the claim down onto Hope, and Iwandi falls too. Shanks comes over, and the carousel keeps turning. And Hog is here too, and my goodness, they are just diving full on under tower. Here comes Soon. He'll get that blocked from the cease and desist as the flash.
Good amount of stats between these first two dragons taken.
BLG are actually playing a little bit indecisive here. I thought they were going to try to capitalize on the mid lane push, but they're just going to wait in this river setup. The Dragon does go down. It'll be second for WE. On BLG and the bot lane should just go down.
It should do, and Yagao is free to do this because he sees Hung towards that top side on a couple of wards towards there.
Wandy in perfect timing, but the tower finally falls. It's a lot of pressure relief.
But WE are looking to
They're
respond.
always here. Everybody is always where the plays are. We got a 3v3 now. Paranoid pop. There's the TP coming in from Bin. The Magnet Sword buys so much time, and it's just BLG ripping them apart. They already had a 3,000 gold lead. They're looking to make it more. As we're getting flashes out, Timbers comes through. Counter-strike from Cube. He tries to get out, but he gets pulled back. Beautiful play from BLG. And they are just running into the face of WE. Oh! He doesn't get the connection on the ball.
Wonderful macro that sees BLG into this. Or is it the missed flash cube? We've got a continued fight, though. Ben gonna hop over the wall.
Oh, Hung's in a really bad position as the riposte connects on the fear. That's so big, and On crash down over the wall. There's no follow-up from W.
One go through. Big moments from Team WE. Is there a response coming from BLG? There aren't any teleports to throw out from this particular point. WE, the only sad thing for them is that this isn't when Baron has spawned. They would have loved to translate towards that top side of the map. Now BLG are here on the scene of the crime. They might be
in the side. That's what makes this duo of the LeBlanc and the Fiora so deadly, because as soon as
Bin in the right place, and between these plays, BLG getting so much value on the sidelines.
Going straight in. There's no exit for Cube. He has the Counter-Strike. Grandmasters pop. TP now coming in from Yagao. Cube just trying to make it out alive there. Hope now on the back end, but they have found Hung, and that's a big piece because he didn't have Paranoia, and they won't have the light switch now.
We have found their play a minute later. This would be them on the Baron, but BLG find a better timing, and they're going to force W into a fight.
They want to try to take the fight, actually, and BLG say, bring it on. Shun comes over the side there as well. Ben gets one pick out. The Featherstorm was big, but can the Blade Caller be big enough? You do have a lot of damage from Hope. And a little bit late on that Blade Caller, they still get the pick out on Ben. WE are not letting them get it so easily. We'll see Cube in the side try to make this outplay happen, but it is a 1v3, and it is a very strong 4-man now for BLG to take him out.
Yep, did not win it that one, folks. Overstay from the top side. Again, WE, they can't give this up.
Hung is here alive now this time, though. He has the light switch. He is available. They try to go in. On gets a nice little Magnet Sword back to Paranoia. Gets the kill first, though. The light switch helping a lot, though, as Hope trying to get away from the rest of the engage. He's getting low, and BLG, Shun's actually trying to look for Yagao with a poke over the wall.
That 1v1, no ult's committed just yet. If that changes, that could be the go button for BLG.
It could be, but BLG say, let's just pop the go button anyway. Shanks goes golden. He doesn't have Timbers. He doesn't have anything out. The flash is not enough. Yagao will pick him off. As now, actually, the Featherstorm going to be used. Just be forced here by BLG. Okay, they're going to try to find Ben. Oh, they do actually get the Paranoia here onto him. He's going to try to kite out, but Iwandi is coming as well. Dredge line in to get closer, and this is a pick out on the Ben. It is that Baron, though, burned down by BLG.
It is utterly not worth for Team WE. You kill the split pusher, that's cool. You get one kill in that side lane, and you get their flash. But losing that Baron, giving it over to 4 members, and Bin is going to get a hull breaker and walk back out onto the map anyway. This is disaster for Team WE. They're now going to be shoved in on every single lane. They're waiting for a Miracle Nocturne.
For another minute and 10 seconds. It's just that, look at that. Like, already the side lane tower's down. They are capitalizing on Ben. The Paranoia coming through as well. They will catch him out yet again, but what have they lost for it? It's mid lane. As a nice pullback of the Feathers from Hope gets one back too. WE respond with a bit of defense in their base. Elk getting a little bit low, trying to find this one. He does get the flash out there in the end.
Yagao?
Oh, they want to go back
Yagao's on the Nexus, folks.
He is. He does have an answer, though, from Cube. As Shun just gets caught out here. Goes for the cease and desist back in. Featherstorm is back available, and a kill goes to Hung.
Yeah, trying to make his own speedy retreat. So WE, they break that.
But Yagao and Elk are still a thorn in their side. Cube with the Counter-Strike can't connect there. Does get the rocket jump out of Elk, though. The kiting back. He won't get it. It is going to be end up towards Hope completing the Dragon. And that's the whole point to WE. Now we're back on. On is just being a little bit aggressive here. Gets the Paranoia popped onto him. This is a pretty big catch out here if they can follow it up as well. Here comes Shun over the wall. Not going to use that Vault Breaker, realizing On's life is forfeit.
table this time. No big objectives to come through. Bin is going to find Shanks here. That's going to be a lot of damage.
They're TPing in as well. Yagao's coming as well. Oh my goodness, this is just a chaotic fight happening.
Everyone's
Shank's
coming
getting
in.
caught out by Yagao. Elk is all alone in the middle of the fight. Shun has come to help him. He survives. He rocket jumps over the edge. And now you got the Vault Breaker over and the fight in the stop side. Bin finally falls. Yagao's trying to take him out. But my goodness, what a scrappy one. As Elk trying to finish off Hung, he saw him, and the rocket jump in. A triple kill for BLG's Elk. And only Cube left. A complete ace. And BLG, they've done it. They said in interviews they didn't expect to get anything but second, but that is not their story. That's not their fate this time. They'll smash through the ceiling of the LPL to mark their legacy on one of the greatest leagues in the world with a 15-1 finish for the first time in this LPL era. Congratulations to our kings of the LPL.
Regular season, what an accolade it has been to watch this team